It was the year 1966. India and Pakistan had formally signed a peace agreement to end the war. Everyone thought this is the peace era for them. But after signing this agreement, India's second Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri suddenly died. While the official statement says that it's a heart attack. But today, even after 58 years of his death mystery remains unsolved. Was it really a heart attack, or is there some other story behind this? Let's unmask it.
अगर तलवार की नोक पर या एटम बम के डर से कोई हमारे देश को झुकाना चाहे, दबाना चाहे, ये देश हमारा दबने वाला नहीं। तो एक सरकार के नाते हमारा क्या जवाब हो सकता है सिवाय इसके कि हम हथियारों का जवाब हथियारों से दें।
First, let us try to understand what is Tashkent Declaration. This was a peace agreement that was signed between India and Pakistan to formally end that Indo-Pakistani war and to restore the peace between both the countries. This war lasted from August to September 1965 and the agreement was signed in January 1966. After signing this agreement, Lal Bahadur Shastri attended a party which was hosted by Soviet Union. It all seemed like a normal evening. But little did anyone know that the things were about to take a strange turn. Later that night, Shastriji went back to his villa. And here's the strange part. Even after having such a formal dinner, Shastriji felt hungry again and he requested for another meal. But something very unusual happened here. His regular cook Ramna did not prepare his meal, but instead it was prepared by another cook named Mohammad Jan. Shastriji had dinner and drank some milk and went to bed. In the middle of the night, Shastriji woke up with a strong pain in the chest. He started to wonder, could this be a heart attack? The pain was getting worse. He tried to reach out for the phone to call for help. But none of the emergency landlines were working. Sadly, Shastriji passed away that night. Now this is where all the mystery begins. Mystery 1. Why was Shastriji's regular cook replaced? What made Shastriji to eat again so soon after a formal dinner? Did he skip his dinner at the party that he was so hungry and had to request for another meal? And why wasn't his regular cook involved in this? Could the change in the cook or the second meal be the reason for his sudden illness? And point to be remembered, Mohammad Jan was later employed at Rashtrapati Bhavan after this incident. Could this connection mean something? Mystery 2. The sudden change in the place of stay. Shastriji was supposed to stay in a hotel, but in the last minute he was placed to stay in a villa. This was no ordinary move because Shastriji had known heart problem and yet he was placed in a villa where there were no proper emergency facilities. His room did not even have a buzzer to call for help and his doctor was staying very far away from his room. Why would someone so important be placed in such an unsafe location? Mystery number 3. No postmortem was done. When Lal Bahadur Shastri's body was brought back to India, things became even more suspicious. His wife Lalita Shastri found that there were some blue spots on his body and some white patches on his face. What were they? A reputed forensic expert, Dr. Ajay Kumar Gupta, suggested that this could be the signs of poisoning and it can only be proven through the postmortem. But here's the surprising fact. No postmortem was conducted. Even though the Russian government has suggested to do one, the Indian government had refused it. Why? What were they trying to hide? Mystery 4. Missing items. Shastriji's personal diary went missing. This could have contained some important thoughts or his writings, but it was completely vanished. And during his last moments, Shastriji was repeatedly pointing at some flask where he had drunk milk from. Could that flask hold some clues which could help us to know what really happened that night? Despite all this mystery, Shastriji has played a huge role in improving agriculture and dairy production with the things like Green Revolution and White Revolution, along with this famous slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, which always made sure we had enough food and boosted India's economy. But sadly, many people today don't know much about him. Most don't even know that on October 2nd is the birthday of Lal Bahadur Shastri, which is as the same as Mahatma Gandhi's birthday. Lal Bahadur Shastri has slowly become the forgotten Prime Minister of the nation. From now on, let's try to remember that October 2nd is also the birthday of Lal Bahadur Shastri, a Prime Minister who gave us so much, but his mysterious death remained unsolved.